Like, this has been amazing. I just got to sit back, chill. Even tonight in the UFC Octagon, like when Jon Jones started talking about retirement, he started talking about Alex Pereira, nothing, dead silence. As soon as he mentioned me, crowd erupted again. And I spoke to the UFC brass a little bit. I'm going to speak to him a little bit more. And in my opinion, obviously I'm a little bit biased, but I think this is the biggest heavyweight fight in UFC history, and this is what the people want to see.
Yes, it is.
What did you think watching the fight?
It was, as you American guys say, by design. It was exactly what I thought. Like, it was exactly what I thought would happen. In all honesty, I wasn't sure if Jon could finish him. I thought maybe it's going to be a 5-rounder at that kind of pace. Jon picking him off, Jon keeping his range, Jon walking him backwards, Jon mixing up the attacks between the head, the body, the legs, the spinning leg kick, the spinning back kicks to the body, the wrestling. He does it all incredibly well. And I think to beat Jon Jones, the most important thing you need is good eyes, good reactions, quick reactions, be able to see everything and do everything and react really quick. And in all honesty, Stipe Miocic, and this is said with a load of respect, he just didn't have that at 42 years old. I've only seen Jon Jones fight on the TV before. This is the first time I've ever seen him up close. And I was sitting, you couldn't have got any closer. You know what I mean? I was almost in arm's length from the UFC Octagon. And you guys know, it is way different watching it on TV and watching it up close. And I am so happy that I got to see an up-close version of what Jon Jones looks like at 37, 38 years old on the back end of his career, and I'm very satisfied.
What stood out?
I see everything. Whether I can do it in there, Jon Jones is one of the best to ever do it. Arguably the best, arguably the greatest of all time, as Dana White says, and as Jon Jones says himself. But I definitely see openings. Whether I can do it or not, Chael, you've been in there yourself.
It's fair.
I don't know. But from the outside looking in, I think I can. My mentality changed. When I injured my knee, I just completely rebuilt myself mentally and physically. That was a time when I really needed to evaluate whether I wanted to be in the sport or not. And obviously I decided, before, to be honest with you, I was like 1 foot in the sport. And I decided I'm either going to take both feet out or I'm going to dive in. And I decided to dive in completely and really, really change my lifestyle around being the best heavyweight walking around on planet Earth. And I think I am that now, and I just need the opportunity to prove it, and I know that I can beat Jon Jones.
Last question. You just kind of went through a fight camp of sorts to be the backup fighter. You had to stay ready. What's it look like now? Nothing's promised, but I imagine there's all sorts of things running through your head as to possibilities as to when, where, how, and we know who. What do you go back and do now?
Well, when Jon Jones was doing his speech, I was looking directly at the UFC brass, Dana and Hunter. And both of them turned to me at the same time and pointed at me and winked like this at the same time. So to me, that says there's something big in the pipeline. As I just said a moment ago, this is the biggest fight in
You're
UFC
the man.
heavyweight
It's
history.
you, man. It's
This
got to
is
be you.
Massive. This is potentially one of the biggest fights in MMA right now.
For
And
sure.
if that doesn't interest Jon Jones, then I don't know what else we can do. Do you know what I mean? Like, everybody knows that this is the fight to make. This is the fight that the people want. This is the fight that the UFC want. This is the fight that the fans want. And this is the fight that has to happen now.